I'm back. How you guys doing? Whoa. Oh, please tell me the controller. Oh, wrong controller. Thank God. I hear my phone. Alright, the honest truth. I have my phone open. Oh shit, okay, well I knocked the camera. I immediately grabbed mouse and keyboard as if that's how I'm gonna play. What's up, Sandy? How you doing? Look, I got a whole helmet on. Alright. When we beat the game, I'm gonna take the helmet off. Don't worry. It's not clickbait. It'll just be earned. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're doing alright, Sandy. We're here to kill a big old spider lady. This is my new favorite. I'm gonna be real. Halloween last week, bro, yeah. Halloween already passed. Why am I still wearing a costume? First, let me just go check this secret path. I guess it's not a secret path. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Hope you are too, man. I am doing fantastic. I think I'm gonna start stream earlier from now on. So that'll be cool. And hopefully, as I exercise my neck, I can wear this thing for longer. I think the record is 2 hours. Not gonna try and beat it, but just, oh, be conscious of that. Whoa, okay. Yo, Vixen, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? People, you know, coming in. What's good? I am chilling. Are you the person from the previous streams that would ask that and you change your name and profile picture? that's my crazy ass memory. I don't know if it's just someone else, but how you doing? How you doing? It just might be your first time here. Hope you're doing good. I am trying to open a shortcut up at the top of this. Bonk. I think it's actually on the other side there. Huh. Maybe? I changed my name, but it's me Unreal 1. It's crazy. I remembered just because you're the only person that would come in and ask what's good. I had to look up what that acronym means. So, thank you. I'm hip to the lingo because of you. Alright, so this is where you drop down to from a different shortcut. This is not the ledge we need. But we're doing alright in terms of surviving here. I accidentally buffed my weapon, and I'm not going to talk about it beyond that. Cool. Nice. We got some bonus stuff. Was kind of shocked when I saw a pop-up saying you're doing Dark Souls 1 level 1. Didn't suffer on... yeah. I've beaten 2, I've beaten 3, so I was like, well, which one should I do next? And I asked the community in Discord. To which Dark Souls 1 was the winner. Some of them didn't even get voted for. I think Elden Ring we're gonna do next if we do one. Nostalgic Soul Absorb sound clip. I do love Dark Souls, so. I swear there's a shortcut around here somewhere. I just don't remember where. Is it towards the writing? Amazing item ahead. Drop to your death. Also, you got a face cam again. Yeah. At the end of Dark Souls 1, when we beat the game, I'm going to take my helmet off. Do a face reveal, if you will. And not really a full face reveal because people know what I look like. I'm not really like trying to hide my identity. I just thought that the helmet was fitting for Dark Souls. Also, my character's ankles were broken as fuck just now. His foot was completely sideways. Okay. So down there's Quelaag. We gotta get back up there. I swear, or back up here. Maybe it's I gotta drop down onto it. Not there. Didn't need to do that. Yeah, nameless knight at the moment is our slime. Yep. Didn't you already face reveal? Yeah. I remember a stream with your face on it. Yeah. That's what I was kind of saying. There's my World of Warcraft streams. I've had face cam up just because other people have recommended it. So somewhere in that like 70-part series, there's a couple episodes with of my face. So it's not really like a secret. What the fuck? Did that body just get sent into orbit? Yeah, it's gone. The hell was that? It just went flying up. Okay. Alright, we'll do one attempt on the boss. Let's go over there real quick before we try to backtrack, and then we should be good. Oh god, no, it's already began. The gun? Begun. It's already begun? My hair is getting in my eyes, but I don't... I think I used the right word the second time. Circle your enemies. Rockman. Whichever one is the current guy that's about to throw is the one you circle. We take cover. Yeesh. Gun, yeah, gun. If we beat her right now, it doesn't really set us back. But I do want to get 10 upgrades on my pyromancy flame so we can summon her mom. Your mom. Insert your mom joke to Quelaag. But no, actually her mom, people, I think it's her mom outside. That's the theory. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. I'm gonna get stabbed. Okay, barely. We're doing Schwerk. We can also summon the person outside. This isn't going to be like the previous playthroughs where I restrict myself to no end, because everyone says this is like the easiest of the Dark Souls games for Soul Level 1. So I'm gonna try and just do like, how broken can we be at level 1? What is the extent of a level 1's power within the Soul series? I learned that from the speedrunner. Okay, that was a bonus roll. I didn't mean to roll. I definitely pressed it, but I didn't mean to do it. It was more of a panic thing. Because big titties and spider, you know how it is. Two things I fear the most. Ah, women and spiders. Pretty sure everyone knows RWJ at this point. What? William Johnson. Oh my god. Yeah, that is an ancient. You just cited the ancient magics, the old internet. From the dark ages. Holy shit, that's crazy. Hey guys, that's, yeah, I do know Ray William Johnson. I haven't heard that in a long time. My friends used to listen to that shit in high school a lot, so I remember it. We would just like have it on like repeat, laughing about it just because it was absurd. I think at the time it was very like shock humor. The Dark Souls 1 of YouTube content. Yeah, exactly. And then like Markiplier's current stuff that he's working on, and all of like the good YouTubers that it like stood the test of time. Markiplier and Game Theory. People like that, you know. Okay, Boulder. Who retired on top or is still just reaching new heights. I guess retired YouTube career, to be fair. Markiplier barely uploads on YouTube, but he does still. but like I support all of his other stuff. I loved The Edge of Sleep. That shit was so good. It's like, alright, as much as I love the horror videos and stuff, like, I don't want to pigeonhole him, hold him or whatever into being just the YouTube scary games guy. Like, goddamn, everything he makes is amazing, so. And then a lot of people, like I said, like, Matt Pat, he's still got the whole game theory, like, channel. Okay. I had to panic for a second. My brain completely erased. A series of channels. There's a lot of them. Love those YouTubers. Nope. Okay, didn't hit her, and I got pushed into the magma. Liquid hot magma. Holy shit. I actually got out of it. I think I evaded it twice, but that was the first time I was within the hitbox at the start of the animation and got out in time. Normally, it's either it starts up and I'm already out of it, or it starts up and I'm way too deep and I die. Just kind of practicing before I buff my weapon. Bonk. No, bonus roll. I might have pressed that, but I feel like I didn't. Don't stab me, don't stab me. Just anything but the stab. Ooh, I got caught on blood. Ooh, that magma's getting slow. Okay, well, hold on a second, lady. I couldn't move. We got her halfway, though. We did pretty good. For no weapon buff, I could have probably got her down to, like, last quarter. So, maybe not dead if I buff my weapon there. And that's, like, if I had the buff the whole time. That's like if I kill her. So after Dark Souls 1, what are the chances of level 1 Elden Ring? Well, actually, that is 100% happening, because in the Discord, that was second place in the vote. So the community actually pulled through for you, and the next thing is already voted for to be Elden Ring. It was either between Demon Souls, Elden Ring, or Dark Souls 1, because I could start, because I did Dark Souls 2 and 3. It's like, well, the only ones left are the beginning of each series, so I could do whichever one. DLC 2? Yeah. Sure, I own it, so I might as well. It's gonna be a pain, but I already beat the DLC normally, and to be fair, I was, like, going back off stream and helping people beat Radon. So, I know people had trouble with that boss, but I enjoyed him. like, after I beat everything, I went back, you know? So, a famously difficult boss. I still wanted the smoke. But someone beat Radon for me in, like, base game. What a son, bro. Thank you. I actually recorded some clips of it, too, because, like, in the Xbox command center, if you hit Windows key and G on your computer, if you're on PC, the Xbox screen should come up. And if you set it up correctly, there's an indicator on the top left that's like, record the last 30 seconds I wasn't recording. So you could just not be streaming, not be recording, something cool happens, and then I keybound it to Windows key Shift GR. I do all, like, I just immediately record the last 30 seconds. So you can just, like, clip whatever even if I'm not streaming. The thing is, it doesn't show up on OBS, so I literally can't show you. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it if you're on Mac. But it is a pretty cool feature. It's because Microsoft owns Xbox. You're technically playing an Xbox when you're on PC. The plot twist. All PC gamers are actually on the Xbox side of the console wars. Because you don't really typically play Mac. Like PS5, hit the share button twice and you map the recorded 5 minutes. Exactly. Explosion? Exactly. I think they probably stole it from them, because it was like within recent years. I actually don't want to accuse anyone of that. Maybe it's not stealing, it's more of inspired by, because it's like the community has probably been wishing for that. Someone came up with the idea, and then PlayStation was the first to code it? No, I don't know. I don't know who did it first, so I don't want to put that on there, but I'm pretty sure the Microsoft one came after the share button built into the controller. I'm dead. I got body blocked within the Spidey lady. I don't even want to say where I got caught. Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera off to adjust my hair, because it's poking me like between the eyes. Like, right on the bridge of my nose, so give me a sec. Yeah, console dude downright rob PC industry leaders. Only time console. I'm like strangling myself with the fucking helmet buckle. Give me a sec. Like while trying to read your comment and fix my hair. Okay. We're back. Yeah, consoles do downright rob PC industry leaders. Only time consoles was ahead was before Voodoo graphics card, GFX cards, late 90s. Yeah, back when like Nvidia and all of them were proprietary for Xbox and all that, and then like they would be developing new graphics cards for consoles. Now they develop graphics cards for computers because they're modular, and instead of having to sell you an entire console for $500, they could sell you a graphics card for $800, but it is actually going to go into your PC. Like it's modular, so you can just swap out your graphics card. You don't have to like get a whole new system. You maintain your files and stuff. But yeah, aren't consoles just keep upgrading to be closer to PC? Yeah, they just don't. They're not modular yet, because then they're not making money off of the parts that they're selling, right? Microsoft knows that it's the software inside that you're like Windows 10. That's why they want you to upgrade to Windows 11 so fucking badly, because they just want to keep maintaining it and updating one thing, and not like updates for Windows Vista, updates for Windows 10, updates for Windows 7, updates for Windows 11. So PC parts be expensive. Yeah. PC gaming is a luxury, and I thank you guys for subscribing so that I can maintain it. I don't get paid for this. I do want to emphasize that. I'm doing it for the love of the game. I don't know if I'll ever accept a sponsorship, because I want to give my genuine opinion on things. And I don't feel like like for bigger YouTubers, they probably could speak their minds because they have leeway, but like someone like me just starting off, they'll be like, no, you can't say shit. You have to read the prompter, motherfucker. So basically gate-kept powers there, they make the operating software the key. Yeah, but it's cheaper to maintain like one system or operating system. I don't know why I thought I said something. I just forgot a word, but yeah. That's why we bought so many off the lady in the sewer. Okay, let's kill. Knock, knock, Chaos Queen. Bonk. I've learned. Stay in front of her. So that she avoids doing that. She actually did not avoid doing that, which is a surprise. Do a little sword swipe if you can. Yeah. We roll that, and then we bonk the shit out of her. Ow. I'd rather get tapped by her. What the fuck is this? Oh. What, you don't recognize the boss animation? What the fuck are you doing? Nah, she cut her attack off because she knew I was about to cook her ass. Already halfway down. Quarter. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Bonk. I don't even need to buff my weapon, lady. You know how many fucking gods I've killed? If I had the number, I would brag about it. You boy. Who needs to buff their fucking weapon? Not I! Not I! The PC, okay, hold on, I kinda, it's basically power, yep. Operating software, the key, you are correct. That's the last one I left off on. But PC has way more games compared to PS4, since you can emulate games and stuff. Damn, that's true. You're right, thank you for saying true, Slime. But that's true as fuck, because technically, like, there's only some consoles that you can develop on and code within. So, thank you, by the way. Nice, I know, I'm doing amazing. Brother. But there's most games are made on computer. So to build it for a console, you have to consciously decide, this thing I'm building it on, I don't want it to function on. I want it to function on the console. So it's like there are a lot more PC games simply because that's where you make games, and if when you're learning, it's easier to be like, well, I want the W key. You know, it's called abstraction in coding. I see the W key and I want that to do a thing, rather than like I'm gonna plug my controller in and I'm like trying to code, but it's not what I'm pressing. I have to like run an instance of the game and then test out the thing. It's like you're always hands on the mouse and keyboard while you're programming. You never like coding like this. You'll play tests like this, but so yeah, there's always gonna be like way more PC games. They're just made on PC. That's why I don't understand why Dark Souls 1 was made such a shitty port of the time. I love Dark Souls, don't get me wrong. But let's be real. So what games are coming after Elden Ring and Demon Souls? You guys are going to have to stick around and find out. I'm sure. Well, I've hinted at Metal Gear Solid. I have a couple of series in mind. I have like a Google Drive document that's just a fucking list of games and series I want to play. But I'll let you guys vote on things I want to play on. So it's like we meet in the middle. Helldivers 2, that's a cool. I have that installed. That's a good option, but it's more of a. Whenever it's a game that's like a live service, constantly updated game, I'd rather it not be like a series like this, and it's just something I throw in between the series, where it's like, we're doing Helldivers today, or like after I finish today, like an hour of streaming, I take the helmet off, I turn the camera off, we play some Helldivers or something. Right now I'm sick, so that won't be the case, but that has happened in the past, where like I was playing one game and then I just like opened up Counter-Strike just to flex. Alright, fuck it, we jump. I know it's not the way to do it. Oh, okay, you lived. I've heard of a game called Prince of Persia. I loved the originals, not the like 2D platforming original, but like the ones on Xbox. I like the concept of being able to rewind time. And almost every day that I'm programming, I think like, damn, how would I even code that mechanic? Like that's how Prince of Persia has left an everlasting impact on me. To the point of, while I'm programming still, I think about like, fuck, you would have to consciously decide to choose, this item needs to be rewound. The 3 trilogy was amazing, yeah. I forget which one it was. I think it was on Xbox 360 was the one that I played. the what the hell was it called? What was right after the Xbox 360? No, I got the 360 for Reach. I'm thinking of Reach. I'm so old. There was like a 360 Slim kind of thing, but it wasn't called the Slim. I played the PSP and the PS3 game. Yeah, I remember getting a summer job at the time to get my PlayStation 3. I still have it. It's when you get a job to, like, when you earn something, you're like, no one touch it. I don't want to break it. I need to take care of this thing. So it's like I've had this computer for like 10 years now. Actually, it's crazy. Not really. It's probably been like 5 years, 6 years, but just like replacing parts and taking things out and interchanging pieces, it's not even the same computer anymore. I call all of my computers the Frankenstein because I'll like just take things and interchange them. But yeah, PlayStation 3 is like one of the things that started it for me. Before that, it was all hand-me-down consoles from my older brothers or watching them play, like with Silent Hill 2. Normally people homeward bone from there actually, but I got 20,000 souls. We're at a bit of an impasse here. So we rang the bell. We can go to Sen's Fortress right now. But I kind of want to upgrade my flame. Is the pyromancy lady there? I've never killed her before. I've never killed Quelaag before having the lady here. I want to OK PC it first, then upgrade parts of it. My recommendation is to get a good-sized motherboard for the appropriate parts, because like the number of pins and compatibility is like okay. It's very dependent on your is all dependent on your motherboard. God damn it! So make sure you don't get a cheap one, and make sure the thing is, it's going to be that OS what I kind of get confused at. Yeah, I mean, just go with a simple Microsoft. I know we were just talking about that, but like, I know there's Linux and all these other things. This is pretty much just Linux and Windows, but like I said, with the whole programming for everyone plays an Xbox, is because you have to, as a person making a game, I would have to consciously make my game for Linux as opposed to just a normal Windows build of a computer. So most, like 90% of computer games aren't built for Linux, they're just built for Windows. So, I'm not sure what parts are compatible. Yeah, it's pretty much just based on, it's like, do you want NVIDIA or do you want AMD. Or like Intel or AMD. Or Asus. It's like you kind of, this is crazy. There was a mech building game that kind of taught me how computers are built, because each mech, it was like Borderlands, where they had like in-game brands for the mechs, and only the parts of the mech, like the brand name was compatible with that type of mech. So I could only buy the parts of a mech, I forget what the fuck it was called, but you could only get the parts that are compatible with that name brand, and there's like a list, which is weird. That like a fantasy game. But what's like a good motherboard? Any recommendations? There are so many options. That's a tough one. I can't really help there. I don't even know which motherboard I got. I got like a pre-built at the time, but from building off of my pre-built and getting parts and having to replace things, and this is like my fourth or third computer, and I built a couple, like two, pretty much 1.5. Nah, I've helped people like repair the computers, just like mostly like, oh, you didn't really plug in your power supply all the way, or you needed to reset the battery of your BIOS and stuff and make sure stuff is working. But I also don't like taking the responsibility of being like, oh, your shit's gonna break. You know? Like, I never put anyone's thermal paste on. I'm always worried about that. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't want to be the guy that fucks it up, you know? So, I guess we're going backwards through Blighttown, which is funny. This is like everyone's worst nightmare, and I'm just casually talking while doing it. We're gonna die a lot. Probably gonna die to toxin and poisons above anything else. We're just trying to get to the next bonfire. That's the mentality. was probably like, how do you do these runs? And it's like, well, I'll just take it one thing at a time. Was there a jump down that I missed? Or was there a jump down that I couldn't get back up? I mean, I think it was on the other side, but I might be fucked here. We get up high enough and then there's no jump down. I have to, or there is a drop down. I can't go, I can't jump. It's not Elden Ring. But I took my hand off the controller, but I don't think I could have done anything there. It was like as soon as my animation stopped, he was already whipping. I should have waited on the ladder until he did an animation, then got up for the attack timing. Alright, we're running it. You're gonna have to kill these bug things, though. I already had his tongue in you. Yeah, straight up. He's doing the little cackling, right? Please, please, please. I'm stuck on an invisible ledge. I swear I walked that path just a second ago. What the fuck? Alright. We're good. Still thinking about motherboards. I say like don't go for like a cheap one if you can help it. That's like something that you're probably gonna keep for a long time and replace parts into. So even if I would say check Amazon for like the highest rated at the time. The thing is, I can't guarantee that that's gonna be like the current. What is this, like DDR? Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! It's like DDR3, DDR4 is like the size of the slots. So sometimes the companies making the graphics card and everything are like, well, now you need a DDR6. We've invented a new type of motherboard because we're not making enough money on motherboards. So it's rough. Why did I fall for that? Is that the way back up? No. That's if you drop down. Okay, so this was the drop down I was thinking of. There's no way back. Dead end ahead. Alright, I wish I read that. So, here we go. Amazon shipping price is too much. Yeah, oof. I would say, if, check Amazon for which one is good, and then buy it off of its own website. Because they might be having like a holiday deal. Actually, another thing. Thanksgiving is coming up, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday. Don't buy it yet. Get your motherboard and all that shit on sale. Just wait like a week or two. Get it all together. Look at what parts are, you know, compatible with each other, and then see which ones are on sale for Cyber Monday. Where the fuck did that guy come from? And then get your shit. Honk. Honk. If I remember, that's actually close to like the end, or the beginning, the end. What's up? We have a shard. I could have hit him normal. I didn't have to do that to him, but I decided he was too close to the ledge and had to perish. Right, I'm gonna get shot in the back and take the toxin. It's okay. No. Okay, wait, never mind. Gonna get to work on... Oh, fuck. I got jump scared by some dogs. Should I get to work? Should I get, like, a work PC and keep upgrading it, or buy a PC piece by piece? That's what I said by, like, a pre-built. I got mine pre-built on, like, a Martin Luther King Day sale. Inside out dog, yeah, straight up. They had that dog out of them. But, yeah, so. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. This thing was stuck to me. We're gonna sit though. I might get some from Eve Tech, or yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I've been having trouble. I'm definitely gonna die right now. Okay, this is why I was panicking. The exact thing I was trying to prevent happened. Surrounded by every fucking enemy. Oof. But yeah, keep calm. Will get you out of the many situations. Yeah, pretend like I wasn't panicking just then. But nah, you just got lucky. There was like an opening gap in between the bugs. I barely got out of there. But yeah, I was having trouble with the company that I ordered my computer from. After I ordered it, I was like ordering parts and stuff like that, having a refund. They didn't build it correctly, and they fucked up the compatibility themselves. So they put like a processor in that shouldn't have worked with the motherboard. It was a whole thing, so I had to like rebuild my own computer even though it was a pre-built shit show. But that's the only reason I'm not really being like, go to this place that I got it and do the thing that I did, is because it was like, I'm gonna save you a headache. Just look for maybe a pre-built on Amazon. Did they give you a refund? No, because I am currently using the computer. I had to rebuild it. I had the technology, though. I traded parts with I didn't really have the money to buy like compatible parts. I had to trade with someone who had compatible parts. I essentially had to downgrade because the parts that I bought, well, the parts that I bought that were supposed to show up would have been compatible, but they just didn't. They didn't put those parts in. You know, it happens. They look to be forgiving. The parts, it's two different brands. They look 100% identical. I looked it up. I looked up both pieces to see, like, do they look kind of the same? And I was having trouble being like, wait, which listing is which? Because they are literally the same fucking thing. Like, it's one of the processors with like a screen on it that can display. I didn't really want that. I didn't really care. There's no image displayed on it right now. But they look exactly. All of them look 100% the fucking same. So. I was like, okay. I can't blame them for grabbing something that, like, you're supposed to use a 4x4 Lego brick, and there's two 4x4 Lego bricks sitting right there. Then just one of them is an abstract concept of a correct piece, and the other one is the wrong piece. You're a better man than me. Yeah, no, I was upset as fuck. I was salty. But I was like, well, it's the same fucking part. Like it. So. And like I said, I just traded someone who also got fucked up over. My parents have taught me to get your money's worth. I did. I realized to... Okay, I might die right now. Help someone out who also got fucked over. Instead of... Because if I returned my piece, right? Then I would have the right piece. But then the person I traded with would still just have the wrong piece. I shouldn't have done... I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, so I was like, alright, fine. If me and you trade, we both have the right piece now. So. I was just straight up like, I had to sidebar with myself. What the fuck were you thinking? Why would you do that? What a thrill. I keep attacking. You see, that's what I try to do to them. I don't have the timing. Bonk. The darkness and silence in the night? You're a good man, Arthur. I don't get the reference. Is that... Whoa, 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 whoa! I forgot this was moving pathway. Alright. Hogwarts, relax. Jesus fucking Christ. Someone realized they can animate colliders based on the animation of an object, and they were like, I'm rolling with this. This is my new shit, and I'm doing this forever now. That's the only time that's used, I think, in the Souls series. An object being animated, not by physics, but by an animation like that. And not really, that's how all attacks work, but that's not, that's like a walkable path. It's not an attack. Like, what the fuck? Supposed to be going up? Is there a ladder around here, or is this another just... and... loot? Ah. Hidden path ahead. There it is. It's the path to the bottom. It was hidden. No, I kind of needed to get back to the bonfire. I went down instead of up. Sometimes you need to get up to get down, and sometimes you need to go down to get up. We gotta go this way. I went right. Should have gone left. Here we go. Path to the bonfire. Yeah, the reason I went that way is that's where I jumped to. That little path. I'm pointing as if you can see where my hand is. This right here. I jumped onto this. So I remembered coming from here, but I don't actually take this path back. It's a different path. I believe this is the path. Yes. So we try to go up. We need, dare I say, uppies. Fuck. And get bonked. Nerd. Alright, we need to get on the other side of this platform. No, that's where we wound up. That's the bonfire. But we do need to get up. Right? That is where we need to go. I recognize this path because this is the speedrunner's path. Ladder was way shorter than I expected. But didn't we... I thought there was going to be a ladder like here to go up, but I think it's further to the back. Okay, that is... Alright, that's an input, I guess. Well. I haven't played Dark Souls in so long that I don't remember the thing guy with the club. I don't even remember, and I'm fighting him. That's what we call a forgettable enemy in the industry. You're like, I don't remember that enemy type. Say, yeah, well, fuck. I remember the inside out dogs. Okay, so I jumped from there to there, but there's clearly no path up here. So I need to go from here. How the fuck does one do that? Do I just go up the ladder? That's what I did last time. And then across the bridge. Ah, but now I'm going to be taking fire from the arrow guys at the start. There's a dead guy here. I killed him through the wall. Never mind. I was like, that means I've been here. I have not, in fact, been here. But this is the right path. Are we going to get shot? That looks like a walkway that's going to fall as soon as I step on it, so I'm not going to do that. It's like a completely different color. It's like a point-and-click adventure game where something is clearly drawn different than the background. Can't forget the dogs though. Yeah, exactly. And like, you know to click on it simply because it is the only thing in the entire scene aside from the player character that you can click on. What's the next boss? We're going to Sen's Fortress, but I want to take a different... Oh fuck, wait. We could save Solaire right now. We can actually save Solaire. Alright, fine. We're gonna go save Solaire. Wouldn't going to Sens be good? Yeah, that's where I was headed right now, but... Oh, I just realized right as we get to the fucking... You gots to save him, I know. This right here is how you know you're a son, bro. You got out of the worst zone in the game, backtracking. Most speedrunners don't even rest at a bonfire just so they can homeward bone out of here. Skip the entire zone altogether. But I was like, oh, could save son, bro. Alright, fuck it. Speedrunner, let's go. Let's go, let's do this. Have him attack this way. Look at that. I spared myself fall damage because I'm him. Right, there's no way I spare myself fall damage there. There we are. And now I remember where to go. Okay, awkward. What a thrill. The darkness is, I forgot, I literally, that's the only part of the song I know. the first phrase. Not even the whole first lyric. Darkness and silence in the night. And she says, what a thrill again. And then literally, I don't know. Kick. No! How the fuck do I kick him in the dome and nothing happens? Okay, wait. Okay, alright. That is the worst case scenario. I couldn't even roll into the one opening spot. I rolled and it was like, invisible! You're dead. It's surrounded. I should have just walked off the ladder earlier. I have big guys. And it was actually the lamppost that killed me. The invisible wall fucking got me. You gotta jump so early for that fucking dive, but it's worth it. Big dog. Big steppin'. Alright, wait. Hold your fucking horses. New zone. Treasure. Well, okay, hold on. Yeah. Pretend like I wasn't teetering on the fucking edge in the most precarious manner. Bonk. You thought! But I am a gamer. And you just got fucking gamed, kid. Alright. Something tells me I'm gonna jump on this pathway and then die to the slope, so we're gonna not do that. Let's not do that. Alright, we're here to save Solaire, though. That is the objective. Mission objective: kill the deceptive bug through the wall with poison mist. Ooh, fucking thought I fell through the floor. Not this time. Here's where I should have fell. And fuck it, we're walking. Never mind. Whoa, okay, blink into existence. Fuck it. No! Ugh. I fucked myself. Don't you have a lot of time, though, to save him? I would have to get the Lord Soul to warp back here. If I... Like, it's the coming back here part. Because I have to go through the Demon Ruins, which is also a pain in the ass. But there's like a bonfire in the way and stuff. There's a couple of things that I could do. But I already have poison mist, only after killing the insect boss. Yeah, you can cheese it. You can kill the bug through the wall with poison mist. And you don't have to give the Quelaag sister 30 humanity. I keep coming down here when I'm meant to go to the right. When you can't, only after killing the insect boss is when you can't save him anymore. No, because you have to kill Quelaag to get to her sister, who opens the shortcut. Oh, you meant the centipede. The other insect boss. Yes, technically. But, he can also get consumed by that, like, the only other option to do that, though. Fuck me. Oh, wow. The only other way to save him is to give 30 humanity if we do it that way. And I'm not doing that, so. We're gonna go farm that. That sister can take my humanity anytime. It's your candle on the wood cake or whatever. The hear me out cake. I forget. You could bring that one to the party. Alright, I'm pretty sure this, yeah. Uh-oh. I think he's gonna whip it. He's gonna do a whip it. Don't do drugs. Okay. That's fine. Honestly, I love that the mace can just kill things through walls. I'm not sure why it's so fucking busted, but we take those. Okay, so we made it to the bonfire. I'm gonna go rest. Hear me out. The iron golem. My brain is having trouble processing. I mean, is that your candle on the cake? No, I'm just kidding. That would be funny, doing a Dark Souls one. And someone just brings like the average to like the ones that everyone knows, and then someone's doing like like what is it, Osiris and stuff. Shit, that's like completely out of pocket monsters, like the centipede boss. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, that would be funny. But they're like the one that put the event together. It's like, I feel like that's a skit or something. Someone puts Gwendolyn, Guinevere. The last one's just Gwen. It's like, oh. It's just gods, man. Like, what could I say? Oh, that was okay. Not the running theme I thought. Exactly, that was a... Guinevere is the sister that you see the illusion in Anne Orlando. Gwendolyn is the brother raised as a sister because of their affinity with the Dark Moon, and who later in life, after Gwyn, their father died, changed their identity back to being a brother of Guinevere in Dark Souls 2 and 3. Dark Souls 2 is like when you're going to his kingdom and you learn that he like forsake the dark lineage and all that shit. Great chest ahead. Yeah, that's Gwendolyn. Or that's Guinevere. Technically that's Gwendolyn too, because here we go. Yes. Okay. They make him slow so that you attack it. I'm pretty sure. There's no reason that guy... They could set his individual move speed. Okay. This is the passive friendly sister. Enter Covenant. Abandon former Covenant. Do we need to do this for Solaire? Technically, no. I will go kill the... Okay, we actually just got a pyromancy. I forgot that you get that from here, so... That's a win. We're making a lot of accidental progress. I killed the boss without buffing my weapon. And then we got the... Broke a secret wall and got the, How much humanity do we have? Maybe we can. 12 plus 8. We have 20 humanity. How much does she need? How much humanity does it take to save Quelling? 30. Fuck. He needs 30. Well, as long as I never kindle a bonfire or unhollow myself, we can save our boy. Really patient guy when fighting a boss, and they are one hit away, but I'm so impatient when a character is blocking the way and really slow. Yeah, you gotta, there's a certain level of patience. Okay, let's, because we already lost the 20k souls. Technically we didn't, because we have all of the boss stuff to eat, if we want to upgrade. But can we do this? This is the boss after this one is the one that Solaire dies. Okay, level up, repair, attune magic. We just got a new pyromancy. Takes 2. It takes 2 to tango. You guys think we can kill this boss in one? We'll give it one try. We'll give it one good old-fashioned try. Yeah. You wonder what game Miyazaki makes next. Fuck. I hope, I hope that he's working on, because they have all of these assets for their game studio that are like legendary and they have more money than they could ever worry about. Would it be like SAO? That's what I was gonna say. I hope the next one they work on purchasing servers and getting multiplayer networking down and like everything coded fucking perfect for an MMO Souls-like, which is kind of what I'm pretty sure Miyazaki wants when he says like, I'm never like he says that even Elden Ring isn't like his dream game. He's like, dude, I wish that I can make my dream game. And people are like, what could you mean by that? And I said before, like, modern day computers can't run like a Elden Ring MMO, like millions of people, like classic WoW at peak, but with Elden Ring logic, right? Like the physics and character colliders and all of the shit that's happening. The servers couldn't handle it, the computers couldn't handle it. You would need like everyone to have fiber optic internet and the best computers in the world. So the only thing Miyazaki can do is push how well the multiplayer is set up for his game, right? More servers, so when people go online, like in World of Warcraft, when like multiple millions of people join the server, it doesn't crash, right? And they have enough server space and different networks around the world. So they have West, or like, you know, West, it's weird to say West. American servers, European servers, Japanese servers, like Indian, Chinese, anywhere that a server can be hosted, they fucking have one, so that the multiplayer runs as smoothly as it can, you know. So it's like, I understand what he means by like, dude, Elden Ring ain't even the game I wished it is. And people are like, but you just won all of the awards and sold more copies than any game ever. What could you possibly fucking want? And he's like, the game that I envision. So it's like, I see. I hope he, in his lifetime, gets the technology to make it, right? Let's fuck this boss up. We're running, we're running, we're running, we're running, we're running. We're dead. I should have probably took my armor off. Alright, We reached an hour mark. I'm just gonna adjust my helmet. My hair is falling loose again. Some guides. Okay. So essentially Miyazaki is being held back because the tech is not good enough. Every game developer is. Right? The fact that we have to program low settings as an option into our games. And there isn't like, every household has a government issued wonderful home computer. That's a bit crazy. Socialism in my game industry? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like if everyone had just like a beautiful fucking multiple $1,000 gaming computer. Like I saved up, let me turn my camera back on, dirt. I saved up like $2,000 for my computer. I saved up a lot. I'm proud of it. I worked really hard at a fucking grocery store for like multiple years. So it was worth it. I'm proud of it. But I understand that not everyone has a living situation and circumstance to, you know, do that. Some devs have ideas that are that they cannot execute. Exactly, right? Like the physics of an engine are a limitation, so they have to wait until the sequel engine or a whole new engine entirely is coded. I think I fucked up. I guess I could die. I guess I'll just die then. I tried to angle it so that if I went to the other side of the wall, it wouldn't hit me. That shit is way bigger than I thought. If you lead him to where you start, he smacks his hand down, then you could just instant kill him. So that's the only reason I'm trying this right now, is because you can insta kill this boss and then go immediately to the point where you save Solaire. And when I say instant kill, I mean literally the entire health bar disappears when he falls into the pit. Eventually in the future, there will be a game that's super realistic, and I can't wait. Yeah, like, imagine everyone got to share like a supercomputer, right? Like how game companies are trying to make like a tech, like you could stream games to, maybe if we angle it like this. But yeah, like instead of having the game run on your computer, you're streaming the game from there. So, fuck, I almost made it out. Oh, my only leg! Maybe I would have survived. It depends on how big that hitbox is. God damn, I was barely there. I have to survive like one blast, and then he walks it. If only we had the PEVH Sword Art Online hat. Yeah, essentially that's like VR. Well, it also depends on like physical limitations, right? Like the kind of what I was saying with like work. Some people don't play controllers conventionally. They have to like make a custom controller, which is fucking awesome that it's possible now. But so it's harder to make those kinds of tech advancements where it's like one size fits all, and everyone gets to put this headset on and deep dive into the game, because we know how all brains work. It's like, hopefully we get there one day, but yeah, like that kind of technical limitation, I don't know if we'll ever see in my lifetime as a game developer. So see, I understand Miyazaki. He wants Sword Art Online. See if we can get this guy to melee us. Nope. No. Alright, fine. We'll leave this as is for now. We can't save Solaire for the time being. The thing is, I know how the speedrunners kill him, and this is going to be a pain in the ass because we missed our window. Grabbing the thing and running back. So he's gonna constantly shoot. What do people who are slow be like? Like low FPS with the headset? I feel that's crazy. But I feel like you're onto something. Like what? Like is it a response time? Well, actually no, because it is shown that it's more of a physical thing, like the brain activity. You still have like a functioning brain. So it would almost be like how I think, right? So, potentially, I have a theory of how it could hypothetically work. Because it's in your mind with like how the sci-fi technology in the anime works, and then it creates like an avatar for you that you are controlling with just like your brain activity. If their brain activity is normal, like in real life, then yeah, they'll have the ability to just be like everyone else, a full physical body capable of just like walking if they couldn't before, which is crazy to say, but you know, I feel bad saying normal, right? Because it's like they were born like that. It is something that normally happens. So, but what if your brain dead? What would happen? Isn't that the whole plot of Sword Art Online? That like if you die in the game, it makes you brain dead and you die. So I think you die. I think you're just dead after that point. When you're brain dead, you're dead. That is a crazy scientific question. What would happen if you get to like create an instance of like an avatar in someone's mind? Because a little sci-fi, I don't know how true it is, because it's like sci-fi clickbait, right? They use that all the time, is what I call it, where it's like there's a real scientific discovery, and then they like clickbait the title to make it like, ooh, look how fancy it is. But they'd say recently that people found a way to like share dreams scientifically, right? Like people had the same dream and remember the encounters with each other, which it could be just like a circumstance that they create. Like we both thought of the exact same thing and dreamt of the exact same thing at the same time, which is just called a coincidence. Dreams are now co-op. Yeah, literally. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but that was like what I mean by like clickbait sci-fi. Like who knows how true that title is, but that was like the title. That was like the main scientific thing, and actually the point of the research. So it's like they actually did want to find if you could share dreams, and they might have found something that hints at it being possible. But it could have been, like I said, just a coinky dink. A shrinky dink. Ow, ow. But who knows? I think that's cool. But that would be like the closest thing to that instance of a reality in your mind that we can all share multiplayer-wise. Is like, it seems not just sci-fi bullshit, which if you told me it as a kid, I know I would have been like, that's just sci-fi bullshit, you're crazy. But like now, science has gotten to a point where they're actually talking about those things, and not just like everyone's joking about them, which is fucking crazy. Think conjoined twins dream the same thing? That is, well, they have individual brains. I think it's shown that they have similar brain activity, but they do have their own individual thoughts. I'm pretty sure that, because we can scan activity. If you're like thinking out, if you're using like the math portion of your brain, we know, right? Like we know which portions of the brain generally are for what. We don't know how they do the things they do, but it's like, we put people not under, but like we connect the brain, and then we have them perform tasks, and then we scan, and we're like, well, while you were doing that, the entire front left part of your, I don't know if that's true, but they're like, this part of your brain lit up, and then when you're drawing pictures, this part of your brain lit up, and then that's the same for pretty much everyone. So it's like, well, that must be the drawing part of the brain, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how we deduce it. There's no sure, it's not like we know, well, this is the drawing part of the brain because we see how it tells your muscles to draw lines through like the connections with your eyes. Like that's not, we're not that in depth yet, which is how we would have to be to oh fuck, I'm not two-handing. I needed a two-hand because I would have killed him fast enough and been able to heal. That's awkward. I just had to commit to the bit because I knew the other guys were coming up behind me. Alright, now we're just out of here. We're going to Sen's Fortress. We still have a lot of time to save Solaire. We'll just do it normally. I missed the chance to one-shot the boss, and then we could have just walked to Solaire. Literally, we could have just one-shot and continued that life, no problem. But I got fucked. Would they become faster? What would happen if you increase the electricity and slowly over time. What do you mean? In thinking, I mean. Oh. Like the brain activity? Well, they don't send electric pulses through the scanner. They just scan for... Your neurons use electromagnetic pulses to, like, like, that's how you feel things, is it's just sending electric shocks. I keep doing the project. It's sending electric shocks through your nervous system. So, alright, they can't attack me, I guess so. Normally what happens though, if your brain is fully active and there's only brain activity going all around, you're having a seizure. Your body is convulsing. That is what happens. Too much electric activity is a bad thing. That's why when they say you're not using 100% of your brain, it's like, no, you are, because your human body isn't meant to do that, what you think it is. But like using 100% of your brain is like telling your heart to explode, you know, to beat out of your chest, because it technically has the strength to do that. You're just telling it not to do that. So, you know, your brain is the thing stopping you from having a heart attack. So, the thing is, science don't know why we sleep. I think we do now, it's just we don't really know what happens in our consciousness like when we sleep. Like our body definitely gets tired, it changes, like it's the chemical process, it's wearing down. It's more of like what part of us recharges, like what, it's like the whole thing, I guess, like the lactic acid, everything, all of the buildup, we get this, it's the relaxing. That's a good thing, but we genuinely, like, we don't know why we dream in our sleep and stuff. You're right, like we don't know a lot about sleep. That's why there's so many studies and stuff like that whole multiplayer thing happening. Because science is like, well, we genuinely don't know. It could be a thing. That's why I'm like, I don't know. But science does know, like, why we sleep, right? Like, so our beds are wireless charging ports? Exactly. I'm so glad I found a way up to that guy mindlessly. Okay, no attack. Woo! But yeah, something's gonna fall, something's gonna break. I think this is the way down, which is not what we want. Let's get back to the other bonfire. Progress is literally right there. Ooh, that was risky. I don't know why. I don't know why. I have a game show idea. Is it humane? That's gonna be my new question when talking to strangers on the internet. Is it ethical? I hope so. Is it more towards The Price is Right or Squid Games? When you say game show, I need a barometer. You know, I need a gauge on what you mean by game show. Are we talking Mr. Beast will shoot you in the kneecap if you don't make it to the end of the pathway? Or are we talking like spin the wheel, win 1,000 gajibbles? Have 5 people who need this and then compete like in Squid Games, but less horrific. So literally Squid Games, except you're just not paying them money. You get a chance at life. That's fucking so scary. Okay, so the answer to my ethics question was no. It's not ethical. Good to know. Probably make a lot of money though. But at the end they all get the donors. That's kind of alright. Wholesome plot twist. It's like robbing a store, and then you give the money to the cashier. We're like, see, it was a social experiment. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, you don't get it. It was, I'm trying to, it's a good thing. I'm trying to help you. What do you understand? That Disney shit. The lie to society to say it was a social experiment. People's dreams get crushed. Holy fuck. That's essentially what Mr. Beast did. He didn't pay that. I feel bad. I have Mr. Beast merch, so I get to complain. No one gets to come at me as a hater, because I actually have a shirt. But I heard that he didn't even pay, like, the whole blind charity thing until, like, he got pestered by people. So, that's crazy. And I don't, to maybe credit him, it might have been, like, stingy people in the company that he's hired that have been gatekeeping money because it got too big or whatever. But lately, like, Logan Paul, working with Logan Paul is a known crypto scammer, and then not taking the hint to be like, actually, yeah, I'm going to separate myself. I'm deciding to not work with him because he's a known scammer. But then to double down and be like, nah, fuck everyone that he scammed. I like the money. We have a business deal. Like, eesh, you know? Yikes. We get this, so it is a bit fucked up. Call out shitty behavior when you see it. I feel like people just want to bring down successful people. No, the Logan Suicide Forest thing, I feel like people bring up, like, it's like, oh, you're bringing up the past stuff, right? But it's like, since then, how many things have happened, right? The crypto scam, Crypto Zoo, he's like called out people that he said, like, oh, like CoffeeZilla said, like, oh, this person's so good. Like, Mr. P's genuinely doing good stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what good stuff are you talking about? Because if you're saying, like, helping the blind, right? It's like, well, he didn't pay for that. They were, like, you know, he had to be pestered to do that. So it's like, I kind of agree. Like I said, I have a Mr. Beast shirt. So it's like, I was a fan. Yeah, I was a fan. It's the Logan Paul thing that's like, a little, it's not so, like, how can you excuse the good? You can't say, oh, he's doing good when he's working with someone who owes people millions and, you know? Like, the people who trashed him do nothing to help other people. Yeah, I agree. But then, like, that's a whataboutism. Well, they're currently trying to help people by, like, saying, hey, this person might be not genuine and is just in it for the money, which you would assume isn't the case with Mr. Beast, right? Because he put on, like, a persona of, I don't care about the money. But now with the whole Logan Paul thing, like I said, like, everyone is saying that he's a bad person, he's suing people. That, like, he said, like, like I said, the CoffeeZilla thing. CoffeeZilla said, hey, you might be scamming people, and then even Logan Paul himself said, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's a scam. I'm gonna look into it. It's a bad thing. Thank you, CoffeeZilla. And then 180'd and is just like, now you know what? Fuck you, dog. So, but the things he does, he will need funds. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was successful without Logan Paul. He needs the funds, but he's not, like, scrounging for money, you know, like the charity stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm subscribed to Beast Philanthropy, which is, like, he has that YouTube channel for that reason. So I feel like you wouldn't need a channel that's like, I do this so I don't have to sell out and then work with a scammer. It seems disingenuous, right? I'm not saying that, like, oh, he is definitely a bad person, but I understand how it could seem weird, because I think Logan Paul's a bit weird, right? The whole tasing a dead rat, that's literally serial killer shit. Like, people who torture dead animals, people don't want to talk about that, but that's literally, I do feel the survival in the woods are kind of staged. Yeah. Oh, I'm dead now. And I mean, I don't even care about the stage shit. Right? Like, it's like, yeah, whatever. It's like the whole game show thing. I go and sit in an audience, like, my normal job. This is how I make money. I go and sit in a talk show audience and clap for people I don't give a fuck about, right? So, like, I'm, like, glass the house or whatever, casting stones. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you have to 100% care about everyone that you see and all this stuff. It's like, no, what about, I don't care if it's staged, because 90% of the outcomes of those giveaways and all the stuff that they do on that talk show are staged, and they set it up And the audience who are sitting there are in on it. They're like, okay, guys, you're gonna act like you just saw this thing, right? So it's like, yeah, like, a lot of shit is staged that is made to look genuine. Just because it makes people feel good, it gives you fee-fees like, oh, the person earned it. But it was like, nah, that shit was faked. They rigged that shit. It was rigged from the start. It always was. But it's nowadays most things are staged. Yeah, exactly. But like, it's the well, not Muda. What the hell is it? The Darman thing, right? Of like if it's staged, it's one thing. But what are you trying to say with the staging, right? With the helping Logan Paul's image, it's a little weird, right? It's like, what are you trying to say? Like, this guy who's currently scamming people and like is two-faced out in public about, like, you know, he doesn't like being called out on his shit, you're trying to rehabilitate his image while he's actively, literally in that same month, doing that like 180 shit to sue Copyzilla. So it's like, you're not really serving the purpose of like, I'm a genuine person and I'm not in it for the money. And like, a genuine person would be like, well, you're a fucking scammer, you piece of shit. Maybe he's trying to 180. Well, no, that's what I mean. Like, he was with Mr. Beast and then the scamming thing happened when he did the like bad thing. So it's like, if it happened in a different order and it was years apart, I'd be like, alright. Maybe he's changed. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But it happened in the same like week and month. So it's like, alright, brother. Little strange with the timing there. And then, like I said, with Mr. Beast doubling down because of the Lunchly deal, like he's clearly working with him because of Lunchly. Because Prime isn't selling good and Feastables isn't selling good. They both were like, well, we're two YouTubers that got canceled and Feastables, you know, like, being successful is really hard. But I guess that's what it is. Mr. Beast was already successful. It's the who are you sharing your success with is what I'm criticizing. He could have, literally all of the YouTubers in his like, oh, I'm gonna be like hide and seek, like, oh, friends with all these YouTubers, or I'm gonna be hiding $1 bajillion in a stadium and I gotta look for it, or whatever he does, right? There are all of those YouTubers, everyone dying to be in a collab with him. Let's be real, if Mr. Beast offered me money, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But, actually, I don't even, it depends how much, which is crazy to say. Picked anyone, but choosing the dude who recorded a dead body, but that's what I mean. You bring up the dead body thing in the past, who has a bad past. It's the current activity that I have a problem with. It's that same week that he's working with, before he announced Lunchly, by the way, so it's clearly they're setting up this big business together, and then Logan's a scammer, and Mr. Beast just already invested too much money and doesn't want to back out, you know? That's kind of what it comes off as, and now it reads as, I'm more in it for the money, I don't care that this guy I'm with is a piece of shit and the internet hates him, even if he's currently scamming people and suing things. Expired Chips, what's up? How you doing? We're just talking about, you know, Logan Paul and stuff. But, you know what? We also should celebrate the little victories. We made it out. We fucking made it out of this hellscape. And now we can run to the closest bonfire. I'm gonna top off on health. But we actually are making progress. We set ourselves back a little bit, but I'm glad we went to get the Covenant, because now we have like a really broken spell. I could take Fireball off and whatever else I have and put Greater Pyroblast on. If you haven't yet, make sure you like the stream. Bro, you are literally the best fucking mod. Slowly but surely, exactly. Exactly. Actually, you know, let's put that shit on now. Let's test it out, see how much damage we do. We'll do the first one, we'll check our damage, and then we'll hit him with the fucking... 166. It's me Unreal. Yeah, they've been in chat before. They've been subscribed for a while. Actually, you know what would really help is if whoever's not subscribed right now fucking hits the subscribe button, because that... I did not mean to click level up. That is what we really need. We lost subscribers, which normally I'm okay with people like leaving, but they left while I was sick, which hurts my feelings. I'm like, I can't even be sick. I can't even just not upload for a day or two because I'm sick, and I've made it known that I'm sick. So 275, and it drops magma that leaves behind burning, and it probably does like a shit ton of extra fire damage. 290. Okay, they're just too slow to walk into the fire. That's just a really bad enemy to... They're weak to fire, but they're slow. Not the greatest spell. Okay, so we shoot chaos now. Damn, no 69. Exactly, Unreal 69. They changed their name. Alright, alright. So we camped at the fire, we got the pyromancer out. Let's see if we can just... Alright, that was bad. Alright, that was bad. Alright, that was bad. Listen. Please. I knew in my jump animation I would get close enough to trigger the attack, so I just attacked, praying that it would work out for me. That guy didn't move at all. That was the worst. Maybe not the worst timing. The worst timing would have been I got staggered out of it. And here. Nope. Alright, with that. Oh my god. You can probably see how you might want to upload videos and not only stream if you want to rack up views. Yeah, I know that like the algorithm really does favor that, but I mentioned this before. I don't want to get streaming, like, I don't want to take too much time to stream, because my goal in life, let's be real, is becoming like a game developer. I showed my game off to expired chips before. Ooh, what the fuck? Okay. The other day, so you know, I feel like I've been making checkpoints in my development, my game development, but that was probably the most hectic fucking fight I've ever had to get out of there. So I also want to become a game dev. I feel like everyone should. I know that's crazy to say, but it's like, the more the merrier. There's going to be innovation. Everyone's got their own ideas. There might be like one, like think of Call of Duty, right? It'll be like, how many Call of Duty clones do we need? But like, if it takes, without Call of Duty clones, we wouldn't have gotten a Titanfall, right? And now every game wants to be Titanfall. So it's like, it really depends on the perspective, but I think personally, yeah, because people are creative, yeah. You get such like a unique perspective, like a variety. You get such a variety of unique perspectives on just one gameplay pillar. First-person shooter. I want to change the movement. That's all that they changed. And now the game is so drastically different. You can say Titanfall and Call of Duty, and people will be like, "Well, you're comparing apples and oranges." It's like they're both first-person shooters. And Call of Duty ripped off Titanfall's movement later on. But if you compare like the original Call of Duties with the original Titanfall, they're completely different games. So it's like, oh, now we can save Solar. No, I'm just kidding. Do we need poison? We're probably gonna want poison. We just spent 5K on it. Yeah, for new ideas. Yeah, like people getting heavy homed, but no, everybody's so creative. That one lady on TikTok. But yeah, some games aren't going to be innovative, right? Some games aren't going to be the best thing ever, but they might be like someone's attempt at making a game at all, and it's still like I was talking to Expired Chips, who put this into perspective for me. I was like, be completely fucking harsh about my game. Like, I'm gonna start, I want to start, do you know where I can start? Yes. Go and download Unity or Unreal or Godot. Just decide which one sounds cooler. Literally, any of them work, and then I recommend going to Brackies. I have an entire fucking playlist of other YouTubers who are way smarter than me. It's all of the game dev videos that I've ever watched, like programming, 3D modeling, like retargeting animations. I already have Unity. Well, then you're already 90% ahead of people who want to become game developers and never downloaded anything. So, I mean, yeah, as long as you have like that I straight up anime swiped that motherfucker. He was a complete yard and a half behind me and died with that. Anyway, oh look, the dude's there. But like I spent a lot of years like learning design, learning writing, learning things that I thought would be practical. I mean, I guess they help out a lot, but like I thought would be like, this is what you need to know as a game designer. I need to know how to design a level. I need to know all of these things. And then you watch like the most famous video game developers talk about the most famous games they've made in GDC talks and all these other things. And they're like, we had no fucking clue what we were doing. Actually, it was just like a happy accident. While we were playtesting, we found the fun and we just kept building off of that. And it's like, oh, so it was a combination of luck, but that creative innovation we talked about of like, I want to make something, I have it in my head, and I'm trying to make it, and then you find something like Diablo 2 like way more fun than the original, and you're like, oh, I don't have any knowledge. Yeah, that's how I started. I didn't know how to 3D model, I didn't know how to program at all, I didn't know, here, you know what? I didn't know shit. I'm gonna take a break for a second. We said we were gonna do this. I didn't know anything. Like I said, I only know like creative writing, things I thought would be practical in terms of making a video game, right? But over the past couple of years, still got my finals too. Yeah, no, I mean, it took a long time, and I did it in between working a normal job, right? Like I wasn't a streamer. I don't make money from this, right? I do this for fun. But like this was always the goal, and I programmed this, right? Like this thing I'm launching right now, I 3D modeled the assets, I designed the physics within the restraints of the engine. I know people probably watching Dark Souls are like, go back to Dark Souls, but this is kind of important, and we talk about the design of Dark Souls, so, and this is a third-person game that I'm designing, that I'm opening up, so it still kind of goes with being a streamer and game dev is a dream for me. Exactly. I feel like that's a dream for everyone, and you just got to at least be honest about it. I feel like people do the I'm too cool isms, right? They're like, well, everyone wants to be a video game developer. I'm too cool for that. But then, like, they play video games, and they have ideas, and they dream it up, and they're like, oh, that would be such a cool game. And then they, like, shake their head, and they're like, no, I'm too cool for that. It's like, just break that weird-ass stigma of judging yourself for shit based on what you think other people may judge you for. It's like, just, that's a whole lot of process power you don't need to fucking waste, right? I used to do that. I used to be worried about, like, well, if I suck at programming and I'm constantly breaking my fucking game, then I'm just gonna be a failure forever. It's like, that's not the case. I fucked up my project so many times. It just taught me to back up my projects and work from where I have saved my progress, right? Like, you learn from your mistakes, but you're always starting from zero. I was telling people, like, that wanted to get into game design in person, that was like, you didn't start, like, people make the joke of like, oh, he was born with a guitar in his hand, he was born doing that, but really, you were born a fucking idiot. Your baby brain didn't know shit, so this is taking a minute to load. You learned everything, and you're continuing to learn stuff all the time. All of the lore to your favorite games, all of the ways to beat things with a cheesy, fucking cool strategy that's so gratifying, right? Like, you learn all of these things. Websites didn't exist, now everyone knows how websites work. You learn, right? People don't realize, and then someone else put it into perspective for me of like, you read all the time. All of the memes, all of the comments, all of the shit you're scrolling by, you're constantly reading. If you just decide to go and scroll through things that you want to learn, you will be retaining the knowledge, right? Like, I am not a particle physicist. I'm a doofus. But I like following particle physicists and scientists who work for NASA and work on these, like, large world-changing projects and kind of dumb it down into layman's terms so that I could understand them. And then I do retain those bits of information when I'm talking about other stuff, but I'm not a scientist, right? Like, it helps me keep entertained with things I like. I've been starting my YouTube journey like a few weeks ago and learning all the intricate things I need to learn from experience. Exactly. And also in-game through experience, you learn strats. Yeah, like that whole, like, just to do it. I hate saying that because it's like, it is good advice, but it doesn't explain what do you mean by just do it. It's like, you should learn from the masters who you think are amazing, see what they do, and try to replicate it, right? And then fuck it up a million times so that you could see how not to do it, right? Like, how many times not to make a light bulb. But no, seriously, like, this shit is really, that vast emptiness, yeah. Is it really world-changing if all they're doing is exploring space? That's so funny that you bring that up, because my ass loves astronomy and science, and look at where I set my game. In space. So, ignore the blocks. This is just kind of like a placeholder. Another thing, blockouts, right? Like, I was sitting here staring at an empty canvas, like an empty scene, being like, what do I make? What do I make? What do I make? And then all I did was put a couple of squares together into a space station, and I was like, oh. Planning to move to another planet instead of preserving our planet. I agree. That is where I like when science is about, like, a global warming and helping natural resources, like, to preserve natural resources, conserve things. And not conservative, but conserve natural, like, environments, right? Like a whole forest, stop deforestation because we found, like, a way to make trees grow at, like, light speed, you know, like shit like that. Anyway, so I programmed this game where you're flying around in space. There's 3D environment. There's a lot of physics going on, which is more behind the scenes stuff. But you can, like, bump into these things. When you have the scanner going, they tail you, and then you can turn your scanner off, and then they stop tailing you. And the game is kind of just going to be about a shit ton of things. But, like, I was asking expired chips, like, be harsh on me, right? Like, tell me what looks like shit, right? Like, I 3D modeled these indicators to work in 3D space. So that's what you're seeing here, right? Look at the arrows. They're all going to move down below my character when I get above this. But it's like, all of the programming and 3D model, we just start the cleansing. Eat the rich. Now, they're the ones doing it. The chemical process, like, what is it? The chemical environmental damage that the corporations are doing are way worse than the minute damage that normal people are polluting. Like, if everyone stops polluting in their normal lives, we're still fucked. Corporations have to stop polluting, and they don't want to do that, so yeah, that's the problem. Actually, it's kind of what the game was about. I had a quote here when I started the stream. Nothing looks like shit, pretty decent. Thank you. See, I'm really proud of it now, but it's because after that talk with Expired Chips, I keep getting to it and then getting sidetracked. He was like, I actually think you did really well, and you should ask yourself, like, what if it works, right? Because he was talking about his therapist, like, mentioning that to him, and I was like, that's actually a great way to look at it. You're right, but, like, I didn't realize that that is kind of the, whenever I have, like, on and off of programming, like, sometimes I'll be working on it, sometimes I want to take a break. What normally gets me started is, like, the just do it, but it's like, no, the wondering, like, what if it works? What about this thing? What about that, right? Just, like, having that curiosity and creativity. I wouldn't have gotten any of this shit, right? It seems so simple, like 3D models floating around in space and stuff, but it was a pain in the ass to get programmed. I don't get the idea of therapist. Well, you have a chemical pool in your skull, and like we said with the whole neurons and brain scanning, we know how things work and why we have responses to, like, trauma or visual things or chemical imbalances. That's why drugs work. like placebo, right? People would usually use that as an anti-argument, but it's like it actually works because of that research. We know how to trick ourselves. We have the word placebo because it was researched. So it's like the whole mind over matter, but not really. It's like we've researched the mind, we understand the matter of it, so we can, like, therapy is important because it helps you cope with the fucked up world around us. If I'm down, all I do is 2 minutes with my stupid. Yeah, see, not everyone has friends, but that is what we call a support system, and that is also therapeutic, and that is therapy. You just might not be aware of it, but that is actually what that is and why it's important. Also, I programmed it to be local multiplayer split screen that works with Steam. What is it called? Remote play. So you can play with your friends, online multiplayer, right? Like, I could scan these things and bring them, like, around this guy. He's not gonna interfere with it. Like, even if I'm scanning right now and go through everything, I can knock it all around, but it'll still just write itself. Yeah, and I can turn off the scan, go through here. So it's like, I programmed a lot of intricacies, like I said, that I'm proud of, but I wouldn't have been able to get anywhere near this far if I didn't have a million no reference error crashes that just fucking made me feel like a moron, and I just feel like I'm banging my head against the wall and not solving the problem. Same thing applies to the Dark Souls runs, right? Bringing it all the way back around. I have that same mentality of, even if this boss is killing me, it's beatable. I know someone better than me has done it. I'm learning from the masters. There was an experiment where they created a fake demon and made 3 people believe it, and the 3 people were believing it so much that they started getting visuals and audible hallucination. Yeah, but there were also a lot of lies online. No, you're right. There, like, people believe so much. That's kind of like what I mean with therapy. You can trick your brain into manifesting. I know that's a weird word now, but hear me out. I mean, literally, like you said, you start to see hallucinations and stuff because your brain is the same thing registering the, like, physical world around you, the visual responses, the auditory responses. Your brain is responsible for that. So when your synapses aren't connected correctly and you have a chemical imbalance, you can hallucinate. That's why when you get sick and your brain's all mush, you start to have hallucinations and all these fucked up things when it, like, the temperature's off and you've got a high fever because it's messing with the chemicals in your brain. So, and how they interact with each other and stuff. So it's like that it is science. I always say respect science, but clearly I'm biased. You have to know physics and science to program games, right? Like, the whole jump mechanic in most games, to calculate, like, physics and a trajectory and all that is math, but most people, like in Unity, if you go watch a bunch of tutorials like Bracky's, he'll even say, like, just type in the math equation for physics of gravity, and then your gravity will work correctly because that's how it fucking works in real life. So it's like, you have to have some semblance of understanding for science if you want to be a game developer and designer. So you have to be able to abstract things and be like, okay, they're unrelated, seemingly, but they will correlate and then be related if I program them to connect and stuff. It is very complicated. But, you know, I, after years of programming and having programmed this, feel like there are way smarter and better programmer YouTubers to go and watch and listen to. That I made a whole playlist. What if for FBI interrogations we force them to have? You see, that's what I mean by ethics. So bad they want to, so they can't. Easy confession. Yeah, see, that's well, you're coercing a confession, and the reason that doesn't hold up in court is because it's like under torture, someone will say anything to make it stop. So it's like, even if I didn't kill someone, I'll say, yeah, I killed them, if it means you're going to stop torturing me right now. So that's why it's not admissible. That's why we have those brain scans and know those things. It's actually very important to know why that you can't torture people. But I realized we were at the end of the stream, so I decided to pull my game up to show it off and talk about that. So I won't be pulling Dark Souls back up, and we will be chilling. I'm going to work on this. Is it really torture if it's not physical? Yes, because like I said, your chemicals in your brains are physically there. So even if you're not harming them, you're adjusting the physical chemicals of their brain. You're still torturing them. It's still a bad thing. And we know that because of how it is. Like the Schrodinger cat experiment, yeah. But the thing is, we know the cat's in there because of brain scans, and people have taken hammers to each other's heads in the past through war, so there's a lot of fucked up stuff. You know, so we know about brains. We know they're real. Even religious people, they know brains are in there. So, you know, I don't want to get too, you know, we talked a lot about a lot of things, but yeah, like I encourage that curiosity though with the whole Schrodinger's experiment. If you want to program, you could like just start, but you will be able to keep those things in mind. Like the fact that you know about it is a good thing because you are interested in science and you're not gonna like just, you know, stop caring. I feel like some people, I might have personal experience with people like this. They won't know what to do with themselves. My curiosity will get me killed. Hopefully not. But people will not be certain of their own dreams, right? Like I've always wanted to be a game developer since I was literally a child. Before I even went to school, like when I was talking to my brothers in the house, I remember talking about video games. So I know that's always what I wanted to do. Even streaming and getting like almost 200 subscribers, I'm still like game development, game design is on the mind. Not like I need to make YouTube videos to get more subscribers. Like it's cool, it's fun, but this is where my heart truly is, so I want to focus on this. But I know people who, you know, never really expressed a interest in those things, and then when you tell them your goals, they're like, that is now also my dream. But because it's not like ingrained in their DNA, they're not as passionate for it. Playing video games on my PS3 got me really wanting to create video games and watching my brother play games for hours. Yeah, like same. Like what I said earlier, like I was so uncoordinated as a child, I couldn't play, but watching my brothers play like Silent Hill and like Zone of the Enders, now it makes sense. Now, just games like, you know, that I was too young to be able to understand 3D environment and movement. Now I watch my 6-year-old nephew play Mario Odyssey, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know how to do the, like, advanced jump command inputs? Like, he's doing long jumps to get around the map. And I was like, you're doing speedrun tech and you're 6. So, creating games that can compete with Miyazaki would be a dream. Exactly what I was, like, saying earlier. In my brain, I understand how Miyazaki could want to make a better game. There's no way that I'm going to be able to make a better game than Elden Ring now. Right? Like, if you gave me $1 million, couldn't do it. But, yeah. Or making games that Miyazaki acknowledges. Exactly. Like, I just want to be able to make a game, and tell a story, because I feel like games are a great medium for that, right? Like, you can have, I've said this a billion times on other streams, but you have novels within them because there's more text in Final Fantasy VII than in The Hobbit, right? So you read more when you're playing video games. You just don't even realize it. Then there's, here, look, what is it? Let's fact check that just to show. Where is it? There it is. How many words are in The Hobbit? How many words are in only Final Fantasy VII? I'm not going to do the whole Final Fantasy series, but we'll show you the math. There's 45,000 words, and there are more written entirely in The Hobbit. Wait, where is it? It's not showing up. Oh, it's on my second monitor. So there's more words here, but this is what I mean by you read more. This is counting. Okay, this is showing you what I'm essentially saying. The Great Gatsby is the same length of Final Fantasy VII, but in Final Fantasy VII, you read your character's name every time you open the menu, and you don't even realize it. You read the same thing like 100 times. You read the same words within a menu, like this. How many times do you read Gil, right? Like the word Gil is only written once, but you read it however many battles you have, which are like hundreds if not thousands. So it's like that one word you read thousands of times. So it's like, in reality, even though it has the same text amount as that, you're reading way fucking more. I think it was like 150,000 or something like that when they actually did the math. So you read like a whole extra third of a book just on recycling text. I got platinum in it recently. I love Final Fantasy VII. Like, was there an entire guide when the map was released? Wait, what? Sorry, there's like a UI that's popping up over things. Also, I'm in top chat. I need to go to live chat. Remember to do that, everybody. How people find entire Easter eggs in COD. I'm gonna finally reveal as a game programmer what the secret is. There are 3 ways that people find Easter eggs. Accidentally, which is not as common as you would think, or people actually searching the map and scouring the map. Then there are the other 2, which is you actually know because a developer told you, but they can't be the one to say it. Otherwise, they leaked industry secrets, and it goes against their contract. And then the other one is data miners scour the code of the game to see how things are connected, and that's how they find, like, stare at this thing for 30 seconds, and go over here, click it 30 times, run over here, backflip, walk over here, click the thing in the corner, walk back, wait a minute, and then the thing opens. It's like, you were never going to find that out. They had to reverse engineer the code, or a developer told you, because that's a developer cheat command. So those are the true only ways that you can actually find those things. The rare way that happens is like, oh, dude, I just stumbled across this fucking Easter egg. Keep playing over and over. Yeah. I guess technically, but you can reread a book over and over and over again. I'm talking about in your first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, you're probably going to read 150,000 words. Just a lot of them will be the same words with numbers next to them that are fluctuating, like 1,000 gil, 100 gil, 300,000 gil, 200 gil, or like level up. Cloud has leveled up to level 1. Cloud has leveled up to level 2. Like that kind of stuff. You won, right? How many times have you seen the victory screen in a game? How many times have you seen the word victory in a game? So many. Not by luck. Kind of depends if you're good at the game. Well, that's what I'm saying by, like, the really rare ones where you literally think to yourself, how is anyone supposed to find this? Odds are they didn't find that by secret. Like the whole Futurama Easter egg thing that took like 30 years to decode, that was how it would really play out if you're feeling around and you don't know where it is. Someone uploading a video where they have all 40 convoluted steps that it would take you years to discover, that's not realistic. Because my friends would die at the same spot thousands of times. Exactly. And kind of the same. I had friends who complain about Dark Souls, and I'm doing challenge runs for fun. So, with a fucking helmet on, that's like 10 pounds. So, you know. But good chat. It was such a good chat that I got distracted from the weight of the helmet. But it is wearing on me now. We pretty much had an hour of game talk. But I hope this motivates people to, 1, subscribe, and 2, just pursue your dreams, even if it's not game design. You could be the best musician. Go and study every musician that you respect. Think of how you would do it better. I know that's like almost blasphemous, but it's like, no, genuinely, what would you improve upon in the design? What don't you like? What do you like? And then you'll be like, progressing from there. I said like, so it threw me off, but genuinely, you could still hold that respect for people while questioning and criticizing, right? That kind of goes all the way back full circle to the Mr. Beast thing. I appreciate people who do that kind of stuff. Talking around my hands because you can't see my face. But like if it's disingenuine, or just not genuine. It's kind of weird, but I want to believe that people are doing good and maybe could change, like we said with Logan Paul. It's just what are they doing at the time? Actions speak louder than words. You can tell me you love me, but if you're stabbing me while you're saying it, I'm gonna question it. So, you know. Alright, guys. Still a good game. I played and recorded Final Fantasy X for 2 hours on YouTube, but come to find out the background music is copyrighted. Still a good game. Yes. A lot of... I realized as well, you might, because you're starting this, you might not know this. You can click on the copyright in YouTube and it'll tell you if it actually did anything. It'll tell you, hey, this is copyrighted content. You might not be able to make money off of it, but we're not going to strike your channel. The person lets you use this, and then there's the other one where it's like, your ass is getting copyright striked, and you need to clip this out of whatever content is within your stream or video or whatever. So, and yeah, I don't like, it's topical, I don't like video games patenting things. I don't like copywriting things that like prevent people from expressing their creativity. If you're just ripping it off, then yeah, of course. It's like you're not really doing anything. It's just contrived. You're just trying to make money, cash grab. It's a shitty thing to do. Like make a shitty Lunchables brand that doesn't actually, you know, live up to the expectations you're setting. But I don't make money, so I can still post. Yeah, exactly. I have a bunch of copyright strikes on my channel. Not strikes, a bunch of copyrighted streams that if I was making money, I would not make money off of those streams. But I think it's funnier to play the clip or the song because, like I said with the whole disingenuine thing, I would rather have that relatable meme moment to be like, we all know what the fuck I'm referencing, than be like, you know, and then the people who aren't in on the joke are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So, you make money off your streams? No. But, you need, I haven't had any ads. No, yeah, you need like 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch time hours and stuff. There's like a whole list of shit you need before you make money on YouTube. But I'm not really worried about making money on YouTube. I would rather make this game for people that has a story and provides something to the gaming community. It's like 1,000 subs and 500 hours. Pretty sure, well, maybe they update it per YouTube channel if you have someone associated. Maybe that's why they don't like you talking about it. But mine says 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours, and or I can have 2 million views on YouTube Shorts. But I don't really want to worry about clip farming, right? Where it's like, oh, I'd rather have genuine conversations like this, and then like when I end stream, I can think about it and be like, oh, I talk to people. Then be like, I want to tell you what you should think because someone's paying me. No, I mean, not everyone does that. Some people take brand deals because they genuinely believe or enjoy the product, right? They genuinely believe in the product or enjoy it, which are great. Those kinds of brand deals are super cool and welcome. But I can make 100 accounts. Some of you don't do that because YouTube has been really good with moderating bots. Like, I was wondering why my views would go up and then get cut. I was like, sometimes I get like 20 views on a stream and then it gets cut. And I'm like, or it gets cut to like 8 views when I end it. And I'm like, that's weird. It says 20 views behind the scenes, but 8 views, you know, on my channel. But then I realized that it's probably accounting for bots and removing them so that my analytics actually reflect the people that viewed my stuff. So, I mean, like, whatever. If I'm losing subscribers because it's taking bots away, I'm not going to complain about losing subscribers. I would rather, like I said, have someone to talk to and chat than 100 bots. So, maybe instead of making 100 accounts, share me to your friends. I know I never fucking say that, but like it genuinely would help. Be like, hey, this guy is a dork, but he's spitting facts. Alright. I'm gonna get to work on this. I have a couple of features here that I want to program. Particularly these. Probably spoilers showing you, but that's fine. I might start doing game dev streams and shit like that. So this will be like the first one. I'm just hopefully, you know, not wearing this while I'm doing it. Thank you guys. Do the subscriber things. Deuces.